We will be free! For when the rising tide is turned in every London quarter, Parliament comes crashing down with Robert's Rules of Order!
Okay. After our little segue into the realms of sci-fi here.
Yes.
Okay. The 13th of April. Whatever day that is.
Whatever day that is.
Yes. Which of the... Not more of this. Which of the following may make a motion to reconsider a vote?
Which of the what?
Which of the following may make a motion to reconsider a vote?
Okay.
A. The member voted in the negative and the motion was lost because there was less than 2/3 vote in the affirmative.
What? The member who voted in the negative, so they were on the winning side.
And the motion was lost. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Because there was less than 2/3 in the affirmative. B. A member abstained from a vote on a motion which was adopted by unanimous consent.
B. No, you can't. Abstaining members can't vote.
C.
I mean, they can't make it.
C. The member voted in the negative and the motion was lost.
Isn't that the same?
Or D.
Oh, I see what they're doing.
Yeah, because that one's different than A. Or D, all of the above.
It's not all of the above. So it's A or B. So the question is whether it requires a 2/3 vote to reconsider. And I can't remember.
The question was the motion lost because of less than 2/3 or less than a majority is what it comes down to.
Right. That's what it comes down to. And I'm forgetting the threshold for a motion to reconsider.
Well, we know where that one's living.
Is it a majority to reconsider? Or does it depend upon the threshold? C.
You sure?
No.
Is that your final answer?
It's my final answer.
You want to phone a friend?
No.
Poll the audience?
Are you trying to tell me it's A?
No, I'm just channeling Regis.
No, I'm saying C. I'm sticking with C.
Okay. The answer is D, all the above.
It can't be all of the above. You can't abstain. You have to have been on the winning side.
Now, the reference is section 37.
You can in a committee.
It's right at the beginning of the section under the unique characteristics, like the second
what
paragraph
section?
from the start of the section. 37.
This came up in an L&C meeting. Nick had abstained.
Yeah.
And he wasn't allowed to call up the motion to reconsider or make it.
Okay, here's what it says. This is the second paragraph.
Wait, show me where we are again, because I'm baffled.
Section 37.
Uh-huh.
Second paragraph from the beginning of the section. It says to provide both usefulness and protection against abuse, the motion to reconsider has the following unique characteristics.
Wait. I don't... You're saying section 37.
Right.
This is different. You're talking like right after the title?
The second paragraph.
It's totally changed, so read what you have.
Okay. The first paragraph was reconsider a motion of American origin, etc. That's probably the same, right?
Yes.
Okay. The next paragraph says to provide both usefulness and protection against abuse. The motion to reconsider has the following unique characteristics.
Oh, that they added a bunch of stuff, and that's way over, like 6 paragraphs over. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then it picks up with the characteristics as part of the citation.
Yes.
Okay. A, it can be made only by a member who voted in the prevailing side.
Yes, not an abstention.
Let me read through it. In other words, a reconsideration can be moved only by one who voted aye if the motion was adopted or no if the motion was lost. In standing or special committees, the motion to reconsider can be made by any member who did not vote on the losing side, including one who did not vote at all. It should be noted that it is possible for a minority to be in the prevailing side if a motion requiring 2/3 vote for adoption is lost. A member who voted by ballot may make the motion if he is willing to waive the secrecy of his ballot. Also, if the motion to be reconsidered was adopted by unanimous consent, all the members present at the time of the adoption are in the same position as if they had voted on the prevailing side and qualified to move to reconsider. Wait a minute.
Right.
There is no mention of abstentions on here.
There is, because you have to have been on the prevailing side. You're not on the prevailing side if you abstained. In a committee, you can be either an abstention or on the prevailing side. But in the typical motion to reconsider, you had to have affirmatively been on the prevailing side.
That's why they're saying B is valid. This doesn't say whether it's in a committee or not.
Yeah, well, I would think a committee is an exception. Otherwise, because I said that in my answer, that is a really bad question. Because that is not always true. B is not always true. And to me, when you're asking...
But the question doesn't ask if it's always true.
But to me, unless you say an exception, you should presume it's always true.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, okay. I understand why they say it's all the above, because the way that everything is worded, okay, the negative with less than 2/3 on the affirmative, that was listed in there.
Right.
And the negative when the motion was lost was also listed. That was C. That makes sense also. The abstention thing with unanimous consent. Here's the problem: is that they're saying that if you abstain in a committee, you can make the motion, but not in a regular
and I knew that.
body. But it also says here on the next page, if the motion to reconsider was adopted by unanimous consent, all the members present at the time of the adoption are in the same position as if they had voted on the prevailing side and qualified to move to reconsider. They're saying there that all the members present at the time of the adoption, that would include those who were there but abstained.
You don't abstain when it's unanimous consent. You don't vote yes, no, or abstain. You just... Unanimous consent is a unique animal.
Because the way they're reading it is that an abstention could occur on unanimous consent, which is why they're saying B would factor in. But I see what you're saying too.
That's okay. Well, I'll take the loss, but I knew, but I don't care because I did know the answer.
I want to look up one more thing real fast before we say that. I'm going back towards section 4, the handling of a motion.
What?
Well, there's a section in here on unanimous consent. I'm going to look at it. It's way back in like section 4.
And what about the 2/3? Because I'm looking, it says requires only a majority vote. 7 of the unique characteristics. I think I got this right.
7.
Yeah. I'm looking at standard descriptive characteristics number 7.
That's not unique. Okay, not unique.
I meant standard. Yeah. requires only a majority vote. And that's why I said C.
Well, no, that's for the motion to reconsider itself.
That's...
The motion itself requires a majority vote to pass. The question was about who can make the motion.
Right.
Not about the motion.
Yeah, but the answers dealt with certain percentages.
Yeah, for the motion that you're trying to reconsider, not the motion to reconsider. The object of the motion to reconsider. Yeah. versus the motion itself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That confused me. I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking back. This is and the unanimous consent part's back in like section 4 on page 54.
Yeah, well, I knew that. I don't think that has anything to do with abstention. So unanimous consent is...
I'm curious here, so I'm reading. Unanimous consent does not necessarily imply that every member present is in favor of the proposed action. It only means that the opposition, feeling that it is useless to oppose or discuss the matter, simply acquiesces.
Yeah, it's
Similarly,
an acquiescence.
Yeah. I'm looking for that magic word. I'm not seeing it.
What magic word? Abstention?
Abstention, yes.
Yeah, and abstentions just isn't a concept that applies at all in unanimous consent.
Yeah, it's not mentioned at all. So I was just curious.
All right, well, I'll take the loss, but I knew the intricacies, because the real intricacies here is the difference between whether the motion's made in a standard board or made on a committee. And I knew that difference only because we had a huge blow up about this on the LNC.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nick tried to make a motion to reconsider because he said he didn't vote with the losing side. He said he abstained, and I go, that's not the issue. You had to have voted with the prevailing side, and we had a big hoo-ha. But okay,
right.
I knew the.
If you're abstaining, you're not on the prevailing side, but you're not on the losing side either. You're on neither.
Right, but in a committee, and a committee, you can reconsider if you abstained. It's different on a committee.
Yeah, but the question never clarified between a regular body and a committee in the first place, which I think is where things went off the rails.
And a reconsider can be brought up in a committee at any time. There isn't the limits as far as like the same meeting, the same session, all that crap.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Man, let's just move on to the next trick question.
Favor! Let's hear the opposition side. Like a stubborn donkey's bray. All opposed? You say nay. Opposed! Opposed! The motion carries anyway.